In this video, we are going to explore one of the greatest mysteries in human history, the beginning of mankind. How was the first human created? What was the moment when life began on Earth? Why did God choose Adam as the first representative of humanity? And how did the unseen world react to this divine decision? These are questions people have asked for thousands of years, and today we will uncover these hidden details in a way you have never heard before. Before we begin, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow us for more deep, eye-opening explanations. And if any question comes to your mind during the video, write it in the comments. We will answer everything. In the beginning, before mountains existed, before oceans roared, before stars filled the sky, there was only silence and the command of the Almighty. The earth was lifeless, barren, and without form. Yet from this very dust, God planned to create something extraordinary. Not an angel, not a jinn, but a being that would carry wisdom, emotion, responsibility, weakness, strength, and the divine breath, something no other creation had ever received. When God announced to the angels that he would create a human, the universe trembled with curiosity. The angels, beings of pure light, asked respectfully, "Will you place on earth someone who may create disorder and spill blood, while we constantly praise you?" This question did not come from rebellion. It came from concern. They had seen what jinn had done before humans: chaos, corruption, destruction. But the reply of God carried a mystery far beyond their understanding. "I know what you do not know." And this one line changed everything. Because hidden inside Adam was a potential no creation had ever carried, the potential to learn, to choose, to grow, to rise, to fall, and to return. A journey of freedom, choices, destiny, mercy, and forgiveness. A journey that would define humanity forever. The moment of creation began when God shaped Adam from the dust of earth. Every particle of clay came from different parts of the planet: mountains, forests, deserts, seas, to symbolize the diversity of human nature. Some clay was soft, some hard, some pure, some mixed. This is why humanity today carries different colors, personalities, temperaments, and strengths. Every shade of mankind was already present in the clay of Adam. The angels watched as the form of Adam was shaped tall, magnificent, unlike anything they had ever seen. For a long time, he stood as an empty form, hollow from inside. The jinn, including Iblis, passed around him curiously. Iblis struck the body lightly, hearing the hollow echo inside. That echo awakened an emotion in him, an emotion that would later become his destruction: jealousy. Then came the moment that changed the destiny of all creation. God breathed his spirit into Adam, a breath not of weakness, but of honor. A breath that carried life, consciousness, memory, knowledge, and dignity. The moment the divine breath entered him, Adam opened his eyes for the first time, seeing creation in a way no angel or jinn ever could. He sneezed, and God taught him to say, "Praise be to God." Instantly, mercy surrounded him, and he became the first human to experience God's love. The transformation was complete. A lifeless form had turned into the father of all mankind. A being who could understand, speak, feel, imagine, and choose. And this ability to choose was the greatest gift and also the greatest test. But Adam's story did not stop at creation. Something even more astonishing was about to happen: the test of knowledge. God taught Adam the names of all things: mountains, stars, animals, plants, emotions, concepts, realities. Knowledge poured into him like a river of light. His mind expanded. His understanding grew. And what no angel or jinn possessed, Adam now held effortlessly. This was the moment when the angels realized the wisdom of God's decision. When God asked the angels to tell the names of things, they humbly said, "We know only what you have taught us." But when Adam explained each name with clarity, the entire heavenly assembly witnessed a miracle. The human mind was capable of learning the entire universe. And then came the command that changed eternity. God ordered the angels to bow to Adam, not as worship, but as a symbol of honor, an acknowledgement of the gift humanity carried. Every angel bowed without hesitation. Except one. Iblis. His pride exploded, his jealousy burned. And with a single refusal, he rewrote the future of mankind. At that moment, the destiny of the world changed forever. The refusal was not a small act. It was a declaration of rebellion driven by arrogance. Iblis believed fire was superior to clay. He believed he deserved the honor God gave to Adam, and because of this pride, he fell from the highest rank to the lowest state in one moment. God asked him, What stopped you from bowing to the one I created with my hands? Iblis replied, I am better than him. And these 4 words sealed his fate. He was cast out, cursed until the last day. But before leaving, he made a vow that would shape human history. He said he would mislead humanity, deceive them, whisper doubts, and try to pull them away from the path of God. And so began the greatest battle in human destiny, a battle not of swords but of choices. Adam, unaware of this coming conflict, was placed in paradise. A paradise filled with beauty, peace, and wonders beyond imagination. Rivers that flowed with purity, fruits that glowed with light, gardens that never faded, everything was perfect. God gave him a companion, Hava, Eve, created from his side so he would not be alone. Their bond was pure. Their love was untouched by pain or fear. They lived freely, enjoying the blessings of paradise. But every paradise comes with a rule. And their test was simple. Do not eat from the one forbidden tree. Not because the tree was harmful, but because obedience is the foundation of love. A being with free will must learn to obey not out of force, but out of respect, trust, and devotion. Iblis returned with a plan, with whispers, with deception. He approached Adam and Hava disguised in false sincerity. He swore he was giving them honest advice. He promised that eating from the tree would give them eternity. He offered a dream of immortality. And in a moment of weakness, in a moment of curiosity, they ate. But here lies the hidden truth. This mistake was not the fall of humanity. It was the beginning of growth. Because after the mistake came remorse, tears, regret, and the most powerful moment of mercy in human history. Adam received words from God to seek forgiveness. He bowed his head, his heart trembled, and he repented with sincerity, and God forgave him instantly. Forgiveness was written into the human story from the very beginning. But the journey could not continue in paradise. Earth was waiting. A place where humans would live, love, struggle, build, learn, and rise. A world of choices and consequences. A world where generations would grow. A world where prophets would come with guidance, truth, and reminders of the promise made long ago. Adam was sent to earth not as a punishment, but as a responsibility. He became the first prophet, the first teacher, the first leader. He taught his children how to survive, how to worship, how to build, how to live with dignity. He carried the memory of paradise, the lessons of his mistake, and the guidance of God. Humanity began from him diverse, complex, emotional, intelligent, capable of great good and great mistakes. And through Adam, the journey of prophets began. A journey that would continue through ages. A journey that would reach Noah, Abraham, Moses, David, Solomon, Jesus, and finally Muhammad, peace be upon them all. This is the full story of the creation of the first human. A story of honor, jealousy, mercy, rebellion, love, tests, forgiveness, and destiny. A story that explains why we exist, why we struggle, why we hope, and why we must return to the one who created us. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments. We will answer every question.